Hello everyone. So in the last lecture we saw what exactly cloud computing is. We gave a few examples so that you can relate to it much more, right? So let's get into what exactly are the benefits of cloud computing. So cloud computing isn't all or nothing service approach. Basically, companies can choose how much they want to use cloud or how little they want to use it. So existing business might choose to have a gradual movement towards cloud to save money on infrastructure and operating costs, while a new company, a smaller company, might just want to start in the cloud to save the cost of procuring new hardware and everything. So let's go ahead and see the top benefits of cloud. So basically, there is no upfront cost. So these are one of the few benefits of cloud computing, as you can see on the slide. So basically, uh, the first thing that it is there is pay as you go model or consumption based pricing model. Okay, so what benefit it gives you is there is no upfront infrastructure cost, so you don't have to buy all the hardware, the server hardware, the networking hardware, the data center costs, the power costs, the running costs, all of those things. They are not there, so it saves you a lot of upfront costs. Again, you don't need to purchase and manage those costly infrastructure that might not be used to its full capacity. Also, whenever you want to, go ahead and scale, you can go ahead and scale as quickly as possible without again buying additional resources. And then you can go ahead and stop paying for resources that you no longer need. So let's see this one by one. Okay, so first thing is high availability, right? So what high availability gives you is what high availability gives you is that since these cloud providers, let's talk about, I mean, Microsoft in general, Microsoft Azure in general, so they have a lot of cloud regions. So they have like more than 50 cloud regions and more than 100 data centers across the globe. So and for each of the servers, they have built-in redundancy so that your services are highly available. So even if like one of your servers goes down, there is another server that is there, and then you can quickly switch so that your business is highly available. Again, fault tolerance is the same thing. So if you deploy only one server for your needs, that is not a very good model, because there is one faulty mechanism, and if that goes down, again everything goes down. So that is why uh, you have to have multiple servers running in to support your business. So definitely, if one thing goes down, automatically if something else comes up, that is what fault tolerance is, and that's what cloud also give you. So if your server goes down, it can automatically bring the server on another a region, or somewhere else, and that gives you a bit of fault tolerance, or especially in DR scenarios as well. And then you have scalability whenever you want to scale, right? So let's suppose your business is growing, right? And then you want to scale as per your business demands. You can go ahead and today maybe you have 5 servers supporting your business. Tomorrow, as the demand grows, if you need 10 more servers, you can quickly go ahead and scale it up, right, without thinking about buying new hardware to support your business. So you can increase or decrease the resources and services used based on the demand or workload that is there on your business at any given time. So that can be again done, scaling can be done manually or automatically based on specific targets or utilization parameters such as CPU or the number of requests that you're getting in. And then again, you can scale down as well. Whenever you don't need those capacities, you can just turn down and save money. So elasticity, what exactly being elastic means? So as your workload changes due to a spike or drop in demand, the cloud computing system can compensate by automatically adding or removing resources. So again, it goes with scaling. So whenever you want to scale up, you can scale up, and whenever you want to scale down, you can go ahead and scale down as well. So whenever you want, go ahead and create new resources. Whenever you don't want them, that extra capacity, just shut them down, and then you will save cost. Global reach, obviously, as I mentioned, Microsoft has, or any cloud provider in general, has so many different regions and data center across the world. So it gives you a global reach. You can just go ahead and create server in any of the regions that is permitted to you, right? And you can go ahead and create your servers and create your user base there. If you want to launch a new product in a or your existing product in a new territory, you don't have to worry too much about going in and buying some stuff out there. You can just go ahead and spin new virtual machines or new services in a new region anytime you want. Again, customer latency capabilities, it comes from, again, the global reach that these cloud providers have. So you can create your services close to where your users are. You can have a set of application that is deployed in multiple regions to cater to the local population there, right? So in case you have a user base from US, Europe, and Asia, so you can create your services in each of the region, and then customers will be redirected to whatever the nearest possible servers are, so that they don't face those latency issues. Agility, again, comes from that how agile you are in being running your services. All the best practices that current software development provides you, like being agile, being in on time whenever you want. The cost to market, or the time to market, is very less in cloud computing space, because again, you don't need all that hardware or operational costs. You just go ahead and run your code, put your code, and then you're good to go. Again, predictive cost consideration. So you can actually predict how much cost you are going to incur in a month or in a year by the usage that you have. It obviously will not be exact, but near about figure, you can go ahead and see that. So whatever you are currently using and how much you would use, based on that, there are definitely calculators available on each capacity of how much compute you are using, how much storage you are using, how much analytics you are using. For all of these services, you can predict your cost on with the basis of consumption that you will be doing, and then you can have a fairly good financial picture of what you're going to spend for your services and applications. Disaster recovery is, again, one of the biggest features in cloud. So if you already have your on-premises data center, your applications are running in on-premises, and maybe just maybe you don't want to move entirely to cloud as of now, but again, disaster recovery is a big thing that every organization needs. So again, if you have a data center, it will cost a lot more to build another data center for disaster recovery of your applications, right? If something happens to your prime region, so you can put your disaster recovery to cloud, right? And you have your already existing application that is running somewhere in your data centers, and you can keep your cloud as just as a disaster recovery option, just as a business continuity option, right? And then whenever something happens, you can switch within like minutes to cloud, and then it will start serving your requests. Then definitely security. Security is one of the biggest aspects that needs to be talked about today, right? So think about how secure your data center is, right? So you have like physical security, like who has the access to the building to operate the server racks and so on and so forth. Then you have digital security. Now, who can connect your systems or data over a network, right? So these are the two kinds of security that is currently being looked at. So cloud provider obviously offers a broad set of policies and technologies uh, that can provide better security than most organizations. And this results in better security, which helps to protect your data, application, and infrastructure from potential threats. Now, when it comes to physical security, uh, you know, access to the data center, cloud providers invest heavily in, security personnel to protect their physical assets, right? And they have strict procedure in place to ensure who have access to those resources and how they are authorized to manage those resources. Now, when it comes to digital security, you are only authorized user to able to log into your virtual machines or servers or storage systems that are running into the cloud. So even if they are running on the cloud, it belongs to you, and you have the control over how the digital security you want for your systems in cloud. So the cloud providers offer tools that help you mitigate security threats, and you can go ahead and use these tools like your network restrictions, or your application keys and everything that they are there. We'll talk more about those things in the future, but again, there are tools there to manage the network security, the digital security, the application security, and all of those things. Whether it's threat protection, threat detection, and all those things are there, and then you can go ahead and utilize. You don't have to build these services on your own. You can just go ahead and take advantage of these services that are already provided by these cloud providers. Thank you.